So, what makes the VEGA NFT unique? Let's start off by first defining non-fungible tokens. NFTs are defined as digital tokens that represent ownership of unique assets. There are several categories of NFTs. Collectibles that can be art, digital art, video, music, ebooks, etc. Then there is digital real estate in metaverses. There is also digital services which could be defined as a subscription to a stream or exclusive access to privileged content. There are digital tickets representing a position or slot. Even digital identity can be seen as an NFT. However, these are all still related to something that is virtually created and is still limited in its value generation for a singular element or thing in a digital environment. When you look at the VEGA NFT, it really defines a whole new sphere that is not focused on digitizing a singular element, but rather combining two tangible digital assets. These assets are not limited in its use and can further the value proposition for its functions that leads to a much higher and larger value proposition that is combined into a singular unit for ownership. The VEGA NFT is limited to 2,000 units only. That in turn depicts its own scarcity. When you look at the two digital assets, one being core token, a resourceful utility token that is used for a means of exchange for services in an ecosystem that delivers solutions in every sector in everyday life. Each VEGA NFT has 2,500 core tokens staked. CTN has a limited supply of 1 billion. The market cap or value is defined through the natural demand that is created in the services that the core ecosystem provides. This in itself will always keep core tokens circulating, creating a stable and sustainable demand. When you look at Core Coin, it has a yearly limited supply of only 18 to 22.4 million XCB per year, which is mined using the proof of distributed efficiency. The core coin is the native currency of the core blockchain. That is the singular source of truth and network used throughout the entire core ecosystem to process all transactions, whether in financial transfers or data settlement. The VEGA NFT, having its second digital asset defined as mining power to the value of 750 hashes, makes it an even better and growing digital asset that increases the value through the accumulation of core coins every 7 seconds. XCB is required for every transaction that takes place, creating its own natural demand as the network has a vast amount of use cases developed by the core ecosystem. This changes the entire principles and perception of NFTs being limited to virtual platforms and unique collectibles. Not only do these two digital assets back the VEGA NFT physically, with its supply and demand already established, the market price of the two underlying digital assets become another form of value creation backing the VEGA NFT. Apart from that, the VEGA NFT will be traded on the Ping Exchange platform, allowing liquidity and demand for the NFT in itself, which is a very unique thing to the DeFi market. I would say that Core is setting the market trend and creating a whole new sector in the digital economy and DeFi sphere, proving through the unique VEGA NFT the real possibilities and capabilities of Core. I would even go as far as to say, in my own opinion, that the VEGA NFT is to DeFi what GPT is to Web3. This is the reason as to why I personally bought VEGA NFTs myself.
I should probably start by saying I also bought some VEGA NFTs. As Oki mentioned before, the VEGA NFT combines mining rewards with locked-in utility tokens, of which their values are exposed to the growing demand of other platforms in the core ecosystem, like Core Pass, Ting, Meeting, Ping Exchange, and of course also use cases like totems and some other use cases currently being in the process of being deployed on the core ecosystem and the core blockchain. To begin, I'd like to highlight some essential characteristics of the VEGA NFT and also the pioneering new way that this particular unique NFT sets in the use of NFTs in the world of decentralized finance. With the creation of the VEGA NFT on the core ecosystem, we solve some specific challenges, such as the flexibility of the proof of ownership, and therefore also easing at the same time the way to collateralization. In doing that, we have now set a new standard in the combination of NFTs in a decentralized finance world, which becomes instantly feasible for any digital asset, especially because of the capability of such NFTs to represent commercialization of digital products and services. With the release of the core of the VEGA NFT, we are highlighting the fact that NFTs now become one of the promising applications in the DeFi sector. So, to continue, NFTs can now easily serve as proof of ownership of digital assets like property, financial instruments, and then of course also interesting assets such as, for instance, in the case of the VEGA, the digital asset mining equipment we are using in the project, the rights to the, and of course traditionally rights of digital art, music, and we can even share a motor vehicle where owners interact with an engaged community of users. With the flexibility of proving ownership and the possibility to fractionalize it into shares, NFTs could serve as an exceptional value advantage to the domain of DeFi projects. Furthermore, some interesting attributes of the emergence of the VEGA NFT core highlights the deployment possibilities of DeFi protocols associated with liquidity pools. A NFT DeFi combination, such as the VEGA NFT, for instance, successfully also sets the guideline specifications for the selection of desired custom prices for liquidity providers. We can see it in the result of these founding guidelines, where liquidity providers could now easily evaluate their capital. They can address the liquidity build-up curve models to avoid more volatile digital assets while they are still earning high rewards from lending protocols. So subsequently, liquidity providers could therefore also gain higher exposure to desired assets while at the same time achieving a reduction in downside risk. I can sum it up, and the most important factors associated with the release of the VEGA NFT in the core ecosystem highlights the application of combined NFT and DeFi accelerated by a continuous verifiability of ownership. With The ease of providing NFT ownership at all times, it opens up the DeFi space for NFT holders to allocate value to almost anything, to connect multiple values and reward generating oracles in a single unique NFT, allowing the flexibility of the fractionalization of such unique NFTs, and then go on to obtain loans to provide underwriting with NFTs as collateral, unlocking value of specific assets, the monetization and unlocking of liquidity in digital assets, arts and collectibles. I'd say almost anything can be monetized in this case. Furthermore, optimizing risk management in liquidity pools, underwriting, and also any form of other collateralization products or projects. In short, I'd like to sum it all up with the release of the VEGA NFT on the Core ecosystem. Core is setting a new standard in bringing NFTs to the financial world of DeFi. It sets a completely broader horizon in monetizing, financing, and shared ownership. It also, of course, opens more sophisticated opportunities for a magnitude of innovative fintech initiative. I'd like to close on with explaining that with the rising number of users and the depth of these users using the Core ecosystem and use cases, the DeFi and NFT combinations could transform the way we view assets, tokens, digital asset reward platforms, and financial services.
From my point of view, it is easiest to demonstrate the uniqueness of VEGA by comparing it to the current NFT market. According to the latest statistics from nonfungible.com, the most active NFT segments in the third quarter of last year were collectibles like digital trading cards, video clips or artwork, accounting for more than 60% of the total traded volume, followed by the art segment itself, metaverse utilities and gaming NFTs. But if we look at the DeFi segment, it feels like it has been forgotten. This means that in recent years there has not been a blockchain or company that could build a truly technical NFT. VEGA is proving its technical nature in two ways. First is supporting the most important aspect, and that is the security of the blockchain by mining activity. At the same time providing utility tokens for decentralized services. We could also say that VEGA even connects several segments together. Here you can see why VEGA is unique. The competition is always difficult, but we are bringing to the market a new type of NFT product which can significantly increase VEGA's chances of success. In our case, VEGA becomes a so-called pioneer that redefines the NFT sector. VEGA is also an example of the great potential that Core blockchain brings for all interested parties in the creation of similar NFTs or various other digital asset products.